You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Suicide leaves questions. Man hanging from truck window found by his family. By A.K. Barnes. A man died August 17 after hanging himself from the door window frame of a pickup truck in evening shade. According to the police report, Robert Eugene Pollard, Jr., 36, of Evening Shade, was found dead by his wife, Jennifer Pollard, and son, Robert Lynn Pollard, after the victim placed a yellow nylon rope with a dog leash around the door window frame of a pickup truck and then placed the leash portion around his neck. EMTs and first responders arrived on the scene and found Jennifer performing CPR on the victim. Medical personnel took over and continued CPR while transporting the victim to White River Medical Center in Batesville, ARC. According to the report, the victim had recently married Jennifer August 1, 2012, but was living near the river in a tent approximately a mile from the residence, as he was not allowed to live in the home due to past domestic abuse. Jennifer reported that the victim had been to rehab at John 3:16, but left the program after stating that drugs weren't his problem, being away from his family was his problem. Both Jennifer and her son reported that Jennifer and the victim had an argument just prior to the incident. In the report, Ms. Pollard said that she had confronted the victim recently about possibly being on drugs again, adding, "He denied that." According to Jennifer, after they argued, her husband made the comment that he was tired of this way of life. Her son also stated that, also after the argument, Pollard made the comment, "I'll show all of you," as he was walking away. 30 minutes later, Jennifer sent Robert Lynn out with a plate of food, but the son stated that he couldn't find his father, so he left the plate of food and went back to the house to tell his mother that he couldn't find him. Jennifer then told her son that he may be walking back to the river, so the son went back to look for him again. This time he spotted the victim hanging on the side of a truck that was parked farther down from the house, so he ran back to the house to tell his mother. Both Jennifer and her son then went back to where Pollard was hanging, and they lifted him up and removed the ligature from around his neck. Pollard was then placed on the ground and Jennifer immediately began CPR, until the EMTs arrived and transported to the hospital, where WRMC Coroner Wesley Gay advised authorities that the victim was deceased.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
To burglarize Hardy businesses. To break into Miller's Leather, cluttered cupboard. By A.K. Barnes. 2 Spring River men were charged August 13 for commercial burglary and theft of property charges after allegedly breaking into 2 different downtown Hardy businesses. Jared Watts, 23, of Cherokee Village, and Zachary Walters, 24, of Hardy were arrested August 13 for breaking into Miller's Leather Shop at 103 E Main Street and the cluttered cupboard at 130 E Main Street, August 11. According to authorities, at approximately 7 a.m. on August 11, the Hardy Police Department received 2 commercial burglary reports from downtown Hardy. One of the reports came from Miller's Leather Shop, where an undetermined amount of property was stolen, Hardy Police Chief Ernie Rose stated. Items noted as stolen at the time of the report were belt buckles, knives, and leather goods. At the scene of the second commercial burglary, a glass door was apparently broken to gain entry at the cluttered cupboard. Blood was found at the scene and, according to authorities, the blood appeared to be from the suspect's. At approximately 4 p.m. on August 11, Hardy Police Officer Hutchison received information from Officer Jerry Eldridge that would identify the suspects from the 2 burglaries. Around 4:30 p.m., Chief Ernie Rose interviewed this witness at the Hardy Police Department, and received information that at 11 a.m. that day, the stolen items from downtown Hardy were at the residence of Ruby Gilliland, of Hardy. Walters was trying to find someone to buy some swords and daggers, Chief Rose noted. Ruby Gilliland stated that Zach had robbed a jewelry store. After being advised of her constitutional rights, Gilliland gave officers written permission to search her home for the stolen property. When I woke up at 5 a.m., the stolen property was at my house, and I gave gas money to Zach to go to the ER for a cut on his wrist from a sliding glass door, said Gilliland. Gilliland stated that Watts was with her until 3 a.m., when she passed out. In a written statement received from Megan Martin, she stated she heard Walters say he had swords, speakers and jewelry that he needed to get rid of and showed them to her. While Officer Hutchison was interviewing Watts in his patrol car, and while Hutchison was not looking, he gave Martin some of the stolen jewelry, which Martin then turned over to Officer Hutchison. After the search of Gilliland's residence, the suspected stolen property was confiscated and identified by the cluttered cupboard victim. Also confiscated was a plastic pill bottle containing a piece of glass that Gilliland told officers was removed from Walter's arm. Both suspects were charged with 2 counts of commercial burglary, 2 counts of theft of property and criminal mischief. Commercial burglary is a Class C felony.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Cherokee Village Road dedicated. Steve A. Rose Trail is, fittingly, the new road that leads to Cherokee Village Water Facilities Board. By A.K. Barnes. Members of the local Cherokee Village community gathered together August 14, to dedicate a road to a man, Steve Rose, who dedicated his life to his family as well as his profession. The road chosen for this honor, Steve A. Rose Trail, is fittingly the road that leads to the Cherokee Village Water Facilities Board, where Rose served his community before his death January 15, 2012. August 14 was chosen for the day to dedicate Steve A. Rose Trail as a new official road by his family, co-workers and friends. Steve was respected and well-liked by everyone. Before the new building was put in a year ago, it was just a dirt road that led back to the warehouse. Now the road is paved and has a new name. Soon after the Waterworks Board gave the okay, the road department was contacted and immediately built a sign, while Brenda Rose, Steve's wife, hecked into the possibility of getting the road dedicated. They had the sign ready in a day or two. I was pleased with how quick the process went, Rose said. Steve's employees were long-term employees and eventually became part of our family. I don't know of anyone who didn't like him. Steve Rose began working at the Cherokee Village Waterworks in 1974, and spent 40 years of his life dedicated to the company. Steve first started in the business as a hired hand, and eventually moved up to become manager. The Waterworks became Steve's second family and he worked hard to help build the business. I hope that he is proud of us. He wanted us to keep everything going that he had worked so hard for, and to come together more as a family, said Stephen Rose, Steve A. Rose's son. Although oftentimes dedication to work can take away from family life, that was not the case with Steve. To be as busy as my dad was and as involved as he was, the family never suffered.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Police respond to robbery in progress. Arrest 3. The dump truck contained a flat-bottom aluminum boat, in addition to the stolen items. By A.K. Barnes. 3 Evening Shade residents were charged with theft of property and criminal trespassing on August 19 at a property belonging to the grandfather of one of the suspects. Jonathan Crockett, 26, Christopher Ginnip, 34, and Ashley Ginnip, 32, of Evening Shade, were charged with theft of property and criminal trespassing after several items were taken from a house on Parsley Road in Poughkeepsie, including a gas grill, swag lamp, gas-powered motor and an air-powered truck lift. Also stolen from a shed was a Winchester Model 120, 12-gauge shotgun, which had the serial number ground off. I printed estimates for an OTC truck lift, one from Northern Tool, one from Auto Barn, Sharp County Deputy Jeff Adam noted, with each quote more than $3,400. Responding to a call of a theft in progress, Deputy Adam arrived at the scene to find two of the suspects, Ms. Ashley Ginup and Mr. Christopher Ginup, with a 2-ton dump truck backed up to the front of the house and containing the stolen items. The third suspect, Jonathan Crockett, left them with the truck, while he went to get some water, according to Ms. Ginup's statement in the report. When I arrived on scene, I observed Mrs. Ashley and Mr. Christopher Ginup sitting next to an older model 2-ton dump truck, Deputy Adam reported. I advised the subjects of their Miranda rights. They advised they understood their rights, and agreed to talk to me. The dump truck contained a flat-bottom aluminum boat, in addition to the stolen items. Both Ashley and Christopher Ginup said Crockett claimed he had permission from his grandfather, Ralph Parsley, to pick up both the boat and the other items for scrap, but further checking with the grandfather revealed this was not the case. According to the report, Ashley advised that they loaded the boat at the other location, and that Jonathan told her he had permission from Ralph Parsley to get the boat at the first location, as well as scrap at the current location. Sharp County Deputy Trent Milligan also responded to the call, arriving after Deputy Adam, and located suspect Crockett after citizens on scene advised that he was seen behind a house nearby. After taking Crockett into custody and while transporting him to jail, Deputy Milligan made contact with Crockett's grandfather. I contacted Mr. Ralph Parsley, Crockett's grandfather, to verify if he did have permission to be on the property, reported Deputy Milligan. Parsley advised me Crockett did, but only to get the aluminum boat. Initially, the Ginups said they only helped load the boat, but Christopher later admitted to helping Crockett load the scrap as well. Ashley advised she did not help load anything into the bed of the truck from the Parsley property, Deputy Adam stated. Christopher advised basically the same information as Ashley, at the scene. However, at the jail Mr. Ginup was read his rights by Deputy Milligan, and he had more to say. Mr. Ginup admitted to being at the residence, and helped Mr. Crockett load some scrap, Deputy Milligan reported. There was a shotgun taken from the scene and Mr. Ginup told me that Mr. Crockett had retrieved a shotgun from a shed at his house. The truck was returned to its owner, Mr. Crockett, Sr., and the property in the bed was returned to Mr. Parsley.
Thanks for listening to Spring River Chronicle Audio on the Go. Be sure to subscribe to the paper and check us out online at myspringriver.com.